Are you frustrated because you spent months Swedish death cleaning only to have the clutter come back? I feel your pain. This has happened to me. In this video, I'll tell you why the clutter comes back, and I'll give you 3 helpful hacks to help you stay on top of your Swedish death cleaning once and for all. If we haven't met, I'm Gwen Rutz, and I am here to help you simplify your life so you can do the things that bring you joy in life. Now, you might be thinking, what in the world is Swedish death cleaning? Well, it's not as morbid as it sounds. Swedish death cleaning is a process of going through all of your belongings, deciding what to do with them, because at some point, you're not going to be on this planet any longer, and somebody's going to have to go through your things. So in Swedish death cleaning, we go through our belongings, decide what we want, and then we get rid of all the excess so our loved ones don't have to. I will link a video. I do a deep dive on that. I've done this in one of my previous videos, and I break it all down on how to Swedish death clean. So I will link that in the description. So personally, I don't want my kids to have to spend their time going through my things. I mean, it's hard enough for me to decide what to do with all my things. How are my kids going to know what they want? I mean, there are things that I know that they are going to want, but there, frankly, are a lot of things that I know they're just not going to want. And I don't want them to have to decide what to do with all my stuff. When I retired from pastoring my church, I started Swedish death cleaning. It's kind of a hard thing to say. I started Swedish death cleaning in my closet. I'll link to a video that I did on that as well. So I went through my closet. I went through my garage, through the attic. I went through every part of my house and got rid of everything that I didn't want. I completely Swedish death cleaned my home. And then one day I went to the pantry. I opened the door. I looked inside, and it was like somebody had thrown a tornado in there and it had just destroyed my pantry. It was so cluttered. And I thought, how in the world did this happen? And then I got to thinking about it, and I thought, well, come to think of it, the drawer in my bathroom vanity, that's getting cluttered. And I look around in different places, and my desk where I sort my receipts and do all that kind of thing. I thought, well, that's even getting it's a little bit cluttered. I thought, how in the world has this happened? I spent so much time, months, going through everything, painstakingly going through everything. And it was like just bits and pieces of it. It's all falling apart. How did this happen? I believe the number one reason why clutter comes back is we get distracted. That is how it happens for me. If clutter starts creeping back in, I know I have lost my focus. I have gotten distracted. So last fall, Troy and I started teaching an archery class at our church. And so I spent a lot of time just figuring all of that out. And then we took on a leadership role within the archery organization. And then on top of that, winter set in. And I don't know about you, but when it's cold and dreary, it is a drain on my brain. I get so unmotivated, and I have a hard time going in the winter, and I just get so distracted when the weather is not nice out. I mean, I hate to admit that, but it's just the way it is. I do really great staying focused on a lot of things from about spring to fall, but man, when it starts getting cold and dreary out, I don't know. I just kind of get unmotivated. And I got so distracted. That I just did not stay on top of my Swedish death cleaning. If you think about it, Swedish death cleaning is like laundry. You are never done. Just like we continually dirty our clothes and have to do laundry every week. It's the same with Swedish Death Cleaning because we continually bring stuff into the house. We buy new things. People give us things, or the thing that was so useful yesterday is no longer useful today. And if we don't stay on top of it, if we don't stay focused on it, eventually it all creeps back in. And before you know it, you open your pantry, it looks like a tornado has gone off in there. So getting distracted is the reason why we lose control of our Swedish death cleaning and the clutter comes back. But I'm going to give you 3 helpful hacks to help you stay on top of it. These are the things that help me to get back on track. Before I do that, if you are finding value in this video, would you consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons? It's free to you and super helpful for me. Hack number 1. Intake inspiration. Keep watching YouTube videos. I have several YouTube videos on Swedish death cleaning that I'll link to. They're all over the internet. So just stay inspired by watching videos about it. I love this. Read books. All right, so keep reading. This one's one of my favorite. This one is The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning by Margareta Magnusson. I'll link to this in the description. Another one is Let It Go by Peter Walsh. And then a third one that I have a digital copy of, and that is Keep the Memories, Lose the Stuff by Matt Paxton. I will link to those in the description. But educate yourself and read things or watch things to continually stay inspired, because it's got to stay on top of your mind. You know, if it's on top of your mind, then it won't stay out of your mind, because out of sight, out of mind. So continue to educate yourself and stay inspired by videos and books. Hack number 2, declutter daily. We've got to stay on the paperwork. Paperwork was a big thing for me. I could get clutter so easily when it came to paperwork, but I found a way to stop the chaos of paperwork. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. And then another thing is, y'all know when you make those Costco hauls that are trending right now, you put all that back into your pantry, and then if you don't keep it organized and decluttered, then it can just overwhelm you. Or whenever you change out your makeup in your bathroom vanity, you know, sometimes we will add to it without taking out things that we don't that we no longer use, because we'll often tend to just put things off that we just don't want to deal with it right now. So we put it off, and then, well, not dealing with it today ends up, it's still there 6 months later or a year or more later, and we just don't need it. Hack number 3, remember your reason. The difference in decluttering and Swedish death cleaning is the reason why we do it. The reason that we Swedish death clean is for other people. The reason we declutter is for us. I Swedish death clean because when it's time for me to leave this planet and my kids have to come into my home and go through all of my things, I just don't want them to have a mountain of excess to have to go through. And the other thing is, so I Swedish death clean, I declutter now for them. But the other thing is, I do it for me. I declutter so I can enjoy the benefits of decluttering now. I cannot stand to live in clutter and chaos. I just can't stand it. So I declutter for me, and I enjoy the benefits of it. To enjoy the benefits of decluttering long term, stay focused. You can do it. Stay focused. Intake inspiration. Declutter daily. Remember your reason. In the next video, I'll reveal the changes that I made to help me hack my way through to get my mind and my home back on track with Swedish death cleaning. Now, if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.